Alright, welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. Hey, what's going on? It's me again. And we're watching another Master Duel replay with my handy dandy Red Eyes Black Dragon deck. And this duel is gonna be another doozy. We got our good old Link combo going here. Black Metal Dragon into Striker Dragon into Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon into Black Metal Dragon again, all the way into my good buddy Predaplant Verde Anaconda. Now, we're gonna use Black Metal's effect, get Red Eyes Insight in the hand, put Red Eyes Wyvern in the grave, and get Return of the Red Eyes, because we're about to be having a lot of Red Eyes that we can return. Gonna go ahead and use Red Eyes Fusion, fuse Red Eyes Black Dragon into Meteor Black Comet Dragon or Red Eyes Black Dragon due to the effect of Red Eyes Fusion, set down our spells and traps, and end our turn. Now let's see what duel this was. Okay, he Raigeki the field, thanks, because that takes care of my Predaplant problem. I hate leaving that little 500 monster on the field because my opponent can attack it for game a lot of times, so glad they got rid of that for me. Ah, yeah, this is the Numeron dude. So he discards Numeron Wall, trying to get Numeron Network, the field spell in his hand. And we're gonna go ahead and call by the grave that, because we not having it. Okay. Then, look at that. He had another card in his hand that could get him a field spell, so it was a bluff. He goes ahead and activates Numeron Network, which will let him, summon those guys and use their Xyz effects without using material, so they get to double their attack. Now at this point I should have used skill drain, but I messed up thinking I could do it right before he activated the effect, so he ended up getting his monsters up to 4,000 before I could do skill drain, so no biggie. I had to just take the damage. He attacks the Red Eyes. He called by the grave my Red Eyes I was trying to revive, but luckily I had Red Eyes Retro Dragon in my hand, and I could bring the Red Eyes that he killed back so I don't have to take 4,000 damage. Skill Drain is going to negate his effect, so he's going to have to stay at 4,000. And he's just going to attack me again for another 16, and I was cool with that. So I do have Return of the Red Eyes on the field, meaning that on my turn, I can go ahead and use my Red Eyes Retro Dragon to revive one of the Red Eyes that's in my grave. He brings out this guy, which is supposed to banish all the monsters on the field, then he gets to come back on the opponent's turn, but obviously skill drain. So all the other monsters go away because of how they were summoned. I use Harpy's Feather Duster to get rid of the Numeron Network. I use Return of the Red Eyes to bring back Red Eyes to attack over that Xyz monster that he has. And we're gonna put Red Eyes Retro in attack position as well, because we got Mirror Force for backup on the next turn when he might try to do Numeron again. And since he's a Numeron player, of course he did. But he activated Numeron Wall on my end phase, so his Numeron Wall still negated from Call by the Grave last turn, so he didn't get to work with that. He should have waited till now to do that, but he had one in his hand anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. Or maybe he just drew that, who knows. So he brings out these guys again. This time he links off into this 4,000 or 3,000 attack monster. I think it's 4. Yeah, 4,000, because skill drain will not allow his Numerons to activate their effects to become stronger, so he was going to be taking damage. So he brought that guy out, but I mirror forced him, and he went ahead and quit, because that's what you do on Numeron when you can't get the Numeron combo off, I guess. So on to the next one. Alright, so this next duel is against somebody who was playing zombies. I tend to struggle against zombies because a lot of my Red Eyes effects that I use end up being reliant on my monsters being a dragon type. And people that use Zombie World kind of mess that up for me, but we'll see what happens on this duel here for me to get the victory. Okay, so he set 2 and passed just like I did. So now on my turn, we're just gonna attack whatever that is, and it's Pyramid Turtle, but he had that hand zombie that he could use to protect it and then summon the zombie, but we attacked it again anyway. With the other monster, he brings out that thing. I set Forbidden Droplet, and he uses that monster's effect to get Zombie World. So now all monsters on the field and in the graveyard are zombies. You bring a Pyramid Turtle back, and now it's his turn. He'll attack. I'm gonna use Forbidden Droplet to half its attack and pretty much kill it. When he attacks me, Pyramid Turtle's in defense, so now he can't do anything. Not that it could have killed me anyway, but moving on along, back to my turn, we get called by the grave, which is cool, and we're just gonna end because I don't want to activate Pyramid Turtle's effect again. Okay, now he summoned that monster, which allows him to synchro summon using material from his hand, but the materials have to be banished instead of going to the grave, which is fine. And he brought out Red Eyes, was that Zombie Necro Dragon, which gains 100 attack for every zombie on the fields and in the graveyards. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Retro Dragon to bring back my Wyvern. And you'll notice now that my third zombie's on the field, he gained another 100 attack. So what I did was, I went ahead and used this rocket recharger, I believe. We linked off into a Predator Plant, which gives him another zombie. But I did a little mathematics in my head, and I was like, if I confuse and get rid of a couple of those guys, but if I confuse right now and bring out my 3500 monster, I should have just enough attack to kill him and still get my burn effect off as well. So I did that. We attack, and we attack. Alright, main phase 2, they went ahead and quit. I guess there was nothing else they could do. Not sure. It said connection failed, but that dude is like he closed the app or something, because that's what happened when I was playing the game. It sat there for a while, then it said connection failed. So I'm pretty sure he just quit. The last duel we're gonna be looking at today is against a Buster Blader player. I always enjoy showing a victory against a deck that I'm probably not supposed to win against, because Buster Blader against dragons is like, that's literally what that archetype was made for, but he probably just couldn't get a lot of his good cards, so I get it. He maxed me, which is fine, because I'm gonna go ahead and get Red Eyes Fusion, which will just lock me into one summon anyway, so he's gonna get 1 card for that, which I was fine with that. So, and at this point, I don't know what he's playing anyway, so I bring out my Meteor Black Comet Dragon, use his effect, burn him for 1200, set my trap, and set another monster, and I end my turn. Alright, use 1 for 1, sent that Destruction Sword dude to the grave, and that's when I realized what I was going against. He Swords of Revealing Light at me, which is fine because I've got Harpies in my hand, so it didn't really matter. So in his head, I can't attack, so I think that's why he was cool with leaving this little weak dude on the field, but we're gonna go ahead and imperm whatever it was about to do, because I don't think I was cool with what it was trying to do. What's his effect? Yeah. No, we ain't letting you special summon any kind of Buster Blader, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started here. I got Inferno Fire Blast, clutch, okay. So I was like, hey, I really don't need to attack if I get Inferno Fire Blast anyway, but I did have Harpy, so it didn't really matter. He used that trap to go ahead and summon Buster Blader anyway, which he gains, I think, what's that? Yeah, 500 for every dragon. So I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna beat him? Then I remember we got little Pipsqueak down here. So what I did was I used Inferno Fire Blast on the 3500 Red Eyes Black Dragon, right? Then I linked him off. So using his effect, when he goes to the graveyard, I can bring a normal, I believe, a normal Red Eyes monster from the grave. And I pick my Gemini monster, Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. Gemini summoned him, so now when he attacks at the end of the battle step, he can do 2400 burn damage. So I pretty much had this dude because 2000 right here would have put him down to 13. Yeah, 1300. But I didn't know if he had anything that might try to mess up my effect, so I went ahead and brought out my other fusion, the Red Eyes Slash Dragon, which is a Red Eyes Black Dragon, so he can't attack because I used Infinite Impermanence. I mean, not Infinite, Inferno Fire Blast. But I wanted to get some kind of negate out there, so I did bring out his effect, the Red Eyes, Gear Free Red Eyes. What happens is when he's attached to the Red Eyes Slash Dragon, I can use his effect where if this dude attacks, if he targets any of my cards, I can negate that effect. So I just wanted that there for extra defense. Anyway, the Flare Dragon's gonna go ahead and take that victory, kill him, and then burn him for 24. And we got rid of that Buster Blader without having to attack him. Yay. So, kind of short, but that's the video for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and see y'all in the next one.